Hello class 9th, I am Ashok, your English teacher present here with a new video for you. Dear students, today I will discuss the poem No Men Are Found written by James Kirkup. This is the sixth poem of the book Beehive. So let's see what is there in the introduction, then we will discuss the poem stanza wise, and afterwards we will discuss the literary devices. The title No Men Are Found means that the no men belongs to another country. The poet wants to say that all men are same, all men are equal. He wants to promote the concept of universal brotherhood. In this poem, the poet wants to tell us that everyone in this world is same. All people, all men are same. They eat, live, die the same way. Everyone gets the bounties of nature like sunshine, land, etc. in equal measure. We can also say that it is a peace poem. So this poem is promoting the concept of universal brotherhood, and we can also say that it is a peace poem where poet wants to treat all the men equally and don't want to differentiate by asking that they are foreigners. Remember, no men are strange, no country is found. Beneath all uniforms, a single body breathes like ours. The land our brothers bark upon is earth like this, in which we all shall lie. Beneath means under, strange means unknown. So, in the first line, the poet says that no men are strange and no country is found. So he is attempting to remove the borders from the earth which have been made to separate different countries. Then only no country will be found. We will feel every country as our own land when there will be no borders. Everyone will be free to move around. The poet wants to say that the entire earth is one and all the people who live on this earth belong to one human race. Then he says that inside the uniforms worn by the soldiers of different countries, the human being is the same. God has made all of us in a similar way, all breathe in the same way. Then he says that all the soldiers are our brothers. We all bark upon the same Mother Earth, and upon our death shall lie in the grave in the same earth. They too, aware of sun and air and water, are fed by peaceful harvest, by wars long winter stopped. Their hands are ours, and in their lines we read a labor not different from our own. They refers to those people who belong to other countries. We call them foreigners and discriminate them and fight with them also. The poet says that nature has given all the bounties to all people also, just like he has given to us. Everyone gets sunlight, air, and water in equal measures, which means that God does not differentiate between people from different countries. We all do farming during the time of peace when there is no war. We also live relaxed life and eat the things given to us by nature. Further, he adds that the way we starve during wars and winter time is the same for those belonging to other countries also. Even they don't get food at that time. So he wants to say that foreigners who belong to another country and we both are same. And then the poet says that even their hands are same as ours. They work very hard just like we do. He is giving all these examples to convey to the reader that there is no difference in us and the people belonging to another country. All are same, all are equal, and all are living in the same way. Remember, they have eyes like ours that bake our sleep and strength that can be won by love. In every land is common life that all can recognize and understand. The poet asks the reader to remember something. He says that we should keep in mind that the people of another country whom we think to be our enemies have been given by God with similar appearance like us. God has given them eyes like ours, which open when awake and close when we are asleep. Similarly, He has given them strength which we can win through love. Then he says that in every country, in every land, there is one common thing, that is life. Life means all the things that are living. And if we can recognize them and if we can understand their feelings and realize that they are like us, then there will be no fights or wars between us. So, poet is promoting here the concept of universal brotherhood. Let us remember where we are told to hate our brothers, it is ourselves that we shall dispose, victory, condemn. Remember, we who take arms against each other. Disposes means dislose or deprive. The poet says that we should remember that whenever someone tells us to hate a person from another country, to think him as our enemy, and whenever we think someone to be our enemy, then we deprive ourselves, we cheat ourselves, and we condemn ourselves. He says that we should stay away from such negativity, that others are not equal to us, they are foreigner. We should remain always away from these kind of negativities. We should not consider anyone to be our enemy. During a war, both the parties must wear the laws, and that is why he says that war is not in our favor. So this is good thing poet has told us, that war never brings happiness. It always brings destruction. He says that whenever we pick any weapon against someone, we should remember one thing, that all men are equal, all are same, all are brothers. It is the human earth that we defile, our hells of fire and dust outrace the innocence of air that is everywhere our own. Remember, no men are foreign and no countries strange. Defile means make dirty or pollute. Outrace the innocence of means violate the purity of something. We should keep in mind that whenever we pick weapons against any person, we make the earth dirty, because weapons kill people and their bodies which fall on the earth make it dirty. Whenever war happens, it leads to a lot of bloodshed, fire and death. These dead bodies accumulate on the earth and it make it impure. The fire of war which erupts, the smoke which comes out, the dust which fills the air, it is so dirty that it pollutes and outrages the purity of the air. With all these things, the poet wants to give us a message that we should not indulge in war. Finally, he ends the poem by writing the first line in reverse and saying that remember, no men are foreign, no countries are strange, all are equal, all are our brothers. So we should not fight with them. Instead of, we should love them and share the things with them. Now we will discuss the literary devices. So first of all, we will talk about rhyme scheme. So this poem is written in free verse. There is no rhyme scheme in the poem. The literary devices which are used other than the rhyme scheme are: first one is alliteration, the repetition of a consonant sound in two or more closely placed words is called alliteration. The instances of alliteration in the poem are: stanza 1, there is a line where these words are used, body breathes, B sound is repeated, so here it is alliteration. Stanza number 2, war's winter. W sound is repeated, so here again as alliteration used by the poet. Second device used as metaphor. This is a figure of speech in which a word or phrase is applied to an object or action to which it is not literally applicable. Means a complete comparison between two objects which are not similar. Stanza 1, uniform refers to the military of different countries. So uniform is compared to the military personnel here. Stanza number 2, war's time is compared to the winter season. So war is compared to the winter season here. A repetition, it is used in the entire poem. Remember, word is repeated 5 times in this poem. Remember, no men are strange, no countries foreign is repeated in stanza 1 and 5. So repetition is there also. This device is also used enjambment, running lines of poetry from one line to the next without using any kind of punctuation to indicate a stop. Instances of enjambment in the poem are as follows. Stanza 1, line 2, 3 and 4. These lines have no any sign of punctuation in the end, so there is enjambment. In line 3, stanza number 2, there is also enjambment, there is no sign after the line. Stanza 3, line 1, 2 and 3, stanza 4, line 1 and 2, stanza 5, line 2 and 3. Means all these lines are used by the poet where there is no any sign of punctuation. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.